Jones.
Well, it's been cold all day, and as soon as that sun went down, it got even colder and even faster. We're already down into those mid-30s, and we're going to level out somewhere around that 30-degree mark. But I bet you it gets all the way down into those upper 20s. Take a good look at the temperature change over the last 24 hours, if not the last 12 hours, going from those upper 50s. Though, look how sharply we dropped all the way down into those lower 30s right now. Shades of blue are already pushing their way in, and we're tracking some of this cold air before the warm air makes its way in by tomorrow morning. 34 in San Angelo. Everybody else in a combination of those upper 40s and those upper 30s, those mid-30s. Take a good look across the entire region. 41 in Sterling City, 47 down there in Junction, 34 in San Angelo, looking like we're the cold spot. 7 degrees across the entire Concho Valley right now, if not 10 from Ozona all the way to Junction, so pretty chilly. So go ahead and drip the pipes and open up the cabinets, get ready for some of this cold weather, because by tomorrow it's going to be gone all the way until Christmas. You only have 6 days left. Now we're looking at the dew points because we're on the lookout for a frosty morning. You can see them all the way down there in those 20s across the entire board, while the dew points, if not the humidity indices, are in those 40s, those 50s, those 60s, and those 70s. So it's going to be a pretty frosty one. We're on the lookout, but we're watching the moisture return with some of those southerly winds by tomorrow. Now it's only going to be light 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get out there and capitalize on it, because as Christmas rolls around, we have a good opportunity for some decorating weather. Then we got to tear it all down for New Year's. You already heard Haley talking about the rodeo, so we're looking at the upper level pattern right now, talking about the future. We're going to see some of this ridging make its way back in. That's going to warm us up into those 70s. Now, a lot of the storms mostly hanging to the northern part of the nation. That's going to keep us in this cloudy pattern, but it's going to take a while to get here. We have our eye on the next big storm. Was talking with some of my production assistants about some of the winter storms that are going to see pushing through the area. Now, we've been talking about winter storm travel as far as holiday travel. Here comes our big winter storm right now, the first round, really sort of putting this upper northern eastern region, the Great Lakes area, under the winter storm advisory. That's where all that cold air is making its way in. Right behind it, the warm up around the four corners, and the next winter storm already on the horizon. So we take it into the severe weather outlook, really just along the Gulf Coast region, finally finding its way off towards the east. That's how quickly this cold air is making its way out of our area. There's the winter storm we have our eye on. There's the cold air making its way out, and there's that cold front that had us in those 70s yesterday. That's how fast these storms are moving. Now the Futurecast is going to show you how slow the winter storm is going to continue to move. Down here in the Concho Valley, not a single cloud. We're going to be hovering around those 70s for about a week. The next winter storm makes its way in somewhere by the weekend. That's where we have our eye sort of on the football conditions, while we still hold on to some of those pleasant temperatures here in the Concho Valley. So tonight, only a couple more degrees to go, all the way down into those lower 30s, if not those upper 20s. So go ahead and be ready. If you have to go outside, bundle up. Then tomorrow, we're starting out pretty cold. We're warming up pretty fast, but we're still going to drop back down into those 30s. So keep the coat close, the extra layer nearby. By Friday, we're in the 60s and the 30s still. By the weekend, pushing up a couple more degrees into those 70s and those 40s. By the time we get closer towards Christmas, we're in those mid-70s, while those overnight lows push from those freezing points all the way up into those 50s. Stay tuned, we'll have more for the break, but first, take a quick look at the stock market.
This portion of the news is sponsored by the Peacock Group, powered by Ameriprise Financial.